Continue to the last class. I'm going to show you how we add the slide effect. Go to the effects panel and search for slide. You can see this on the video transition slide. Now drag it over to the timeline and put it right between first and second image on the first and the second track. This is one of the ways to apply the slide effect, but I think it is the easiest way. Right click the effect and set it as the default transition. Then select all the images and hit Ctrl D. This will apply default transition between all the images. Now the default slide direction is from left to right. Select the transition and move to the effects control panel to change the direction of the slide. This will add a little bit more variation and transition between your images. Now you can see the first one slides from left to right, the second from top to bottom. In the next step, to add some rotation to the picture, in the effects panel on the motion, apply keyframes to rotation. Set the first keyframe to -7, then move it to the beginning of the clip. Set the second one to +4 and move it to the end of the clip. And then also set the keyframes to ease in and ease out. And make sure that the keyframes are at the beginning and the end of the clip. And of course, you can set other values to create more variation in the rotation. In the next step, go to the effects panel and search for Basic 3D. You will find it under Video Effects Perspective. Select and apply this effect to the image. Then move over to the Effects Control panel and set keyframes for swivel and tilt. First, I will adjust to swivel value and move the keyframe to the beginning of the clip. Then I will change the tilt and also set the keyframe at the beginning of the clip. And then again, when I change the swivel and tilt values, it will create a new keyframe. And I'll put these two keyframes at the end of the clip. Then I will select the first two, select ease in, and select ease out for the last two, and there you have 3D effect. In the final step, we are going to add white border around the image. We are going to do this with a radial shadow effect. In the effects panel, search for shadow. You will find the radial shadow under video effects perspective. Select it and apply to the first image in the second track of the timeline. Move over to the effects control panel and scroll down to the radial shadow effect. Enable the resize radial checkbox. After that, I will change the color from black to white. Then change the opacity from 50 to 100%. After that, I will change the projection distance and set it to 4. And the last thing to do, change the light source. Just change the values until you have a nice even border around the picture. Then again, we will copy this effect to all the images. Ctrl C and Ctrl V. And now all the images have the white border applied. Next, we are going to apply the drop shadow. We have already searched for shadow, and there it is under Video Effects Perspective. And again, apply it to the first image and move over to the Effect Control panel to change the values. I'll change distance to 20 and set softness to 100. And also here again, copy the effects and paste it to the other pictures. And now also drop shadow is applied to all the images. And that's how you create slideshow with many interesting and useful slide effects. I hope you found this video tutorial useful, and thanks for your time. I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now. Have a good one.